The internet is buzzing and the rap world is on edge because the drama just took a wild turn. After Lil Baby's shocking RICO arrest, fans are left stunned as new evidence suggests that Lil Durk is now the FBI's next target. Yes, you heard that right. The FBI isn't done yet, and the heat is about to turn up in ways nobody saw coming. Whispers of secret investigations, backdoor deals, and unexpected betrayals are flooding social media, and the streets are buzzing with speculation. Imagine the tension. Two of Chicago's biggest names caught up in a web of legal battles and alleged conspiracies. Fans are in complete shock, emotions ran high, and the family was left divided over what this means for their futures. What's the real story behind these arrests? Who's really pulling the strings? And how deep does this go? You won't want to miss a second of this breaking saga. From explosive confrontations to heart-wrenching family drama, the truth is stranger and darker than fiction. So stay tuned, because this roller coaster of betrayal, power, and survival is just getting started. Trust me, the rap game will never be the same. The aftermath of Lil Baby's shocking RICO arrest sent shockwaves through the rap community. But just as fans were trying to process the news, another bombshell dropped. The FBI was now reportedly targeting Lil Durk. Insiders claim this is no coincidence, and the pressure on Durk is mounting with every passing day. What started as whispers quickly turned into a full-blown investigation, leaving the Chicago rap scene rattled and fans scrambling for answers. Emotions ran high within Durk's camp as the news broke. Close associates spoke of late-night meetings, tense phone calls, and a growing sense of paranoia. It feels like the walls are closing in, one insider revealed. Everyone's watching their back now. Lil Durk, known for his resilience, was suddenly facing a battle on multiple fronts. Not just in the streets, but in the shadows of law enforcement. Family members were left divided, caught between loyalty to Durk and fear of the consequences. Durk's mother was reportedly distraught, overwhelmed by the weight of the accusations and the looming threat to her son's freedom. Meanwhile, some extended family members began questioning their own safety. Worried that the FBI's net was widening and innocent people might get caught in the crossfire, the streets buzzed with rumors, each more explosive than the last. Some claimed the FBI had been monitoring Durk's movements for months, collecting evidence from wiretaps and confidential informants embedded deep within his circle. Others suggested that Durk's recent social media activity, cryptic posts, and sudden silences were subtle cries for help or coded messages to trusted allies. This drama wasn't confined to Chicago. Across the country, fans debated fiercely online, creating heated comment section wars under every post related to Lil Durk. Hashtags like #DURK under fire and #FreeDURK began trending, while conspiracy theories spiraled out of control. Many wondered if Durk was being set up, a pawn in a bigger game orchestrated by unseen forces within the music industry and law enforcement. Inside Durk's camp, tensions escalated further when leaked audio recordings surfaced. In one clip, Durk was heard expressing frustration and betrayal. "How could they do this to me after all we've been through?" he shouted during a heated conversation with a close confidant. The raw emotion in his voice painted a picture of a man pushed to the brink, fighting to protect his legacy and family. Friends and collaborators weren't immune to the pressure. Some reportedly distanced themselves, fearing that association with Durk could lead to legal trouble. Others stood firm, pledging their loyalty despite the storm. This created rifts within the circle, with heated arguments breaking out over who was truly trustworthy. The family was left divided, with old friendships tested and new alliances forming in unexpected places. Social media became a battlefield, with fans dissecting every detail from Durk's interviews to his latest tracks. Fans noticed subtle shifts in his lyrics lines that seemed to hint at betrayal, surveillance, and a fight for survival. Some saw these as cries for help, while others interpreted them as warnings directed at rivals and those suspected of snitching. Amid the chaos, one of Durk's closest associates broke silence in an exclusive interview, revealing the emotional toll the investigation had taken. "This ain't just about the music or the fame anymore," they said. "It's about loyalty, trust, and who's really got your back when everything falls apart." The interview shed light on the internal struggles within Durk's circle and the fear that permeated their daily lives, but just when it seemed the story couldn't get any more complicated, a new twist emerged. Sources leaked documents allegedly showing that the FBI's investigation was tied to a much larger operation, one that implicated several key figures in the Chicago rap scene. The revelations suggested that Lil Baby's arrest was only the tip of the iceberg, and that Durk's targeting was part of a strategic move to dismantle an entire network. This news sent shockwaves through both fan bases, fueling speculation that a major shakeup was imminent. Insiders whispered about secret deals being made behind closed doors and potential informants coming forward to save themselves. Emotions ran high as fans struggled to separate fact from fiction, desperate for clarity in a sea of misinformation amid the frenzy. Community leaders and veteran artists stepped forward, calling for calm and urging fans to remember the real lives behind the headlines. "This isn't just entertainment," one respected figure said. "These are people's futures, families, and legacies on the line." Despite these pleas, the frenzy only grew louder, with every new leak or rumor sparking fresh waves of outrage and speculation. At the heart of the drama was Lil Durk himself, who found himself navigating a maze of betrayal, legal threats, and public scrutiny. Friends said he was trying to stay focused, channeling his energy into music as a form of therapy and resistance. "He's a fighter," one close friend said. "But this fight is different. It's invisible, and it's everywhere." Fans watched closely as Durk's social media activity fluctuated between defiance and vulnerability. Posts disappeared mysteriously, live streams were abruptly ended, and cryptic messages left many wondering what was really happening behind the scenes. Some took these as signs of an impending announcement. Others feared it was a sign of mounting pressure. The rap industry itself seemed to hold its breath, with collaborations paused and business deals put on ice. Labels and managers weighed the risks of continuing associations amidst the legal clouds hanging over some of their biggest stars. This uncertainty added another layer to an already volatile situation, with careers and reputations on the line. As this first chapter of the story unfolds, one thing is clear: the game has changed. The FBI's involvement signals a new era of scrutiny and danger for rap artists who once operated with a sense of invincibility. The line between street credibility and legal jeopardy has blurred, leaving many wondering who will be next. And as the community waits anxiously for answers, the question remains: how will Lil Durk respond to these unprecedented challenges? Will he be able to weather the storm and come out stronger? Or is this the beginning of a downward spiral? With so many lives and legacies at stake, the stakes have never been higher. The next part of this saga will dive deeper into the FBI's investigation, the evidence that has fans talking, and the explosive confrontations behind closed doors. We'll explore the impact on family, friendships, and the rap community at large. Trust me, you don't want to miss how this roller coaster keeps climbing. Hold tight, because this story is only getting darker and more intense. The tension surrounding Lil Durk intensified as more details about the FBI's investigation began to surface. Insiders revealed that the agency had been meticulously building a case for months, using a combination of surveillance, informants, and digital monitoring to piece together what they believed was a sprawling network of criminal activity tied to the Chicago rapper. Fans were shocked to learn just how deep the FBI's reach had become. And many began to question how much Durk really knew about what was happening around him. One of the most explosive revelations came from a leaked document showing a list of names allegedly connected to the operation, with Lil Durk's name prominently featured alongside other prominent Chicago figures. This sent social media into a frenzy, with hashtags like #FBI Target and #DORK under investigation trending worldwide. Fans flooded forums and comment sections with speculation, some defending Durk fiercely, while others believed the evidence was mounting against him. Inside Durk's camp, emotions ran high. Old friends who had once been tight with the rapper began distancing themselves, worried about the legal heat. "You can't be too careful," one associate said. "They're watching everything, listening to every call, tracking every move." The paranoia was palpable, with reports of secret meetings held in undisclosed locations, phone lines being scrubbed, and security tightened around Durk and his closest allies. The strain showed in Lil Durk's music and public appearances. Recently released tracks hinted at feelings of betrayal and frustration, with lyrics that fans dissected for hidden meanings. Some lines seemed to address informants directly, while others expressed a desperate need for trust and loyalty in a world that felt increasingly hostile. During a recent livestream, Durk was visibly emotional, telling fans, "This ain't just rap no more, it's survival." Family dynamics also took a hit. Durk's mother reportedly pleaded with him to stay low and avoid further trouble, while some extended family members feared getting caught in the crossfire. "We're all scared," one relative said. "This isn't just about him, it's about all of us." The family was left divided, with arguments breaking out over the best way to handle the pressure and protect their name. Meanwhile, the FBI's strategy seemed calculated to isolate Durk and dismantle his support system. Sources claimed that informants were recruited from within his inner circle, creating an atmosphere of suspicion and mistrust. "Nobody knows who to trust anymore," said one former friend. "It's like the walls are closing in from every side." This climate of fear sparked several heated confrontations behind closed doors. During one intense argument caught on a leaked audio clip, Durk confronted a close associate suspected of cooperating with the authorities. "How could you sell me out after everything?" Durk demanded, his voice shaking with anger and pain. The exchange ended with threats and bitter accusations, showcasing just how personal and volatile the situation had become. Outside the immediate circle, the rap community watched closely, with some artists voicing support for Durk, while others kept their distance. The industry's silence was deafening, a reflection of the high stakes and the risk of being caught in the crossfire. This hesitation added to the sense of isolation surrounding Durk and his camp. Social media remained a battleground. Fans dissected every public appearance, every post, and every lyric, searching for clues. Some believed Durk was sending out secret messages, while others accused him of trying to manipulate public perception. The comment sections erupted in debates, with emotions running high on both sides amidst the chaos. A surprising new voice emerged, rising Chicago rapper known for his fearless honesty. In a fiery interview, he hinted at corruption and betrayal at the highest levels, suggesting that the FBI's operation was not just about crime, but about controlling the city's rap narrative. His words resonated with fans hungry for truth, but also stirred controversy, as some accused him of fanning the flames. The drama spilled into the streets as well. Local communities reported increased police presence and tension, with some fearing retaliation or escalation. Community leaders called for calm, but the fear was real, and the shadow of the investigation loomed large. Despite the pressure, Lil Durk continued to release music, each track more charged with emotion and defiance. Fans saw this as a sign of resilience, a refusal to be broken. However, the industry's hesitation to fully back him left Durk walking a tightrope. Balancing his art and his survival, rumors swirled about potential deals being renegotiated, collaborations on hold, and sponsors pulling back. Insiders said executives were wary of the growing legal storm, not wanting to be associated with anyone under federal scrutiny. This added another layer of uncertainty to Durk's already precarious position. Then came another twist. Reports surfaced that the FBI was looking beyond Durk, possibly targeting other key figures in the Chicago rap scene. This hinted at a broader crackdown, raising questions about loyalty, betrayal, and the real reasons behind these investigations. Fans wondered if this was a coordinated effort to reshape the rap landscape entirely. Amidst the turmoil, some voices called for unity and healing, urging fans and artists alike to focus on community and peace. While these calls were welcomed by many, the deep divisions and mistrust made reconciliation seem distant. As the investigation deepened, the stakes continued to rise. The pressure on Lil Durk was unlike anything he had faced before, testing his strength, loyalty, and resolve. With the FBI's net tightening and the community watching closely, the question remained: how far would Durk go to protect himself and his legacy? The next chapter promises even more revelations, intense confrontations, and emotional battles that will keep fans hooked. Stay tuned, because this story is far from over, and every moment brings new twists that could change everything. The pressure on Lil Durk only escalated as new revelations about the FBI's investigation began to leak out. The agency's tactics were becoming more aggressive, and insiders revealed that the FBI had expanded their operation, turning the spotlight on even more members of Durk's inner circle. Rumors flew about secret deals, informants, and potential plea bargains that could shake the entire Chicago rap community to its core. Fans watched in disbelief as Durk's public appearances became rarer and more guarded. The emotional toll was visible, with the rapper often caught between moments of defiance and vulnerability. "I'm just trying to stay alive in this game," he was overheard saying during a private conversation. The raw emotion in his voice resonated with many, but also highlighted the heavy burden he carried. Inside his camp, tensions were reaching a breaking point. Trusted friends found themselves accused of betrayal, fueling paranoia and mistrust. During one heated confrontation, a close confidant confronted Durk, saying, "You don't know who your real friends are anymore." The argument was intense, emotions running high, and it became clear that the family was left divided not just by the FBI's actions, but by their own fears and doubts. Meanwhile, social media erupted with speculation. Fans flooded platforms with theories and conspiracies, debating whether Durk was a victim of a larger setup or if the evidence truly pointed to deeper involvement. Viral hashtags like #DurkDrama and #FreeDurk gained traction, with heated exchanges between loyal supporters and skeptics. Dominating comment sections, the rap industry's response was mixed. Some artists publicly voiced their support for Durk, emphasizing loyalty and brotherhood, while others chose to stay silent, wary of being caught in the crossfire. Insiders reported canceled collaborations and paused projects, as labels weighed the risks of associating with someone under intense federal scrutiny. Amidst the chaos, a shocking new piece of information surfaced: a leaked video showing a private meeting between Durk and a mysterious figure believed to be connected to the investigation. In the footage, tensions were palpable as Durk was seen confronting the individual about alleged betrayal. "You were supposed to have my back," he said, voice thick with anger and disappointment. The leak sent shockwaves through the community, fueling rumors of internal sabotage. Family drama intensified as Durk's relatives grappled with the fallout. Some urged him to lay low and cooperate to protect the family, while others accused him of putting everyone at risk. The emotional strain was evident, with arguments breaking out and loyalties tested. This isn't just about music or fame anymore. It's about survival, a family member confided. The streets mirrored the turmoil. With increased police activity and heightened tensions among rival factions, community leaders called for peace, but the fear and uncertainty made calm elusive. Many wondered if the investigation would lead to further violence, or if it was a calculated move to control the narrative around Chicago's rap scene. In the midst of the legal storm, Durk continued to pour his feelings into his music. Tracks released during this period were raw and unfiltered, touching on themes of betrayal, loss, and resilience. Fans praised the emotional depth, seeing it as a glimpse into the rapper's true state of mind as the investigation widened. Whispers of deals being made behind the scenes grew louder. Some insiders claimed that several key figures were negotiating plea bargains, potentially turning on one another to reduce their own sentences. This added a layer of suspense and danger. As trust became a rare commodity, the FBI's strategy appeared aimed at not just dismantling a network, but also at sending a message to the wider rap community about the consequences of crossing certain lines. This shift sparked debates about the relationship between law enforcement and hip-hop culture, with many questioning whether artists were being unfairly targeted. Amid the turmoil, a surprising ally emerged: an influential rapper from a rival city who publicly offered support to Durk, calling for unity and condemning the crackdown. This unexpected gesture sparked discussions about solidarity and the power of music to bridge divides. Despite the mounting challenges, Lil Durk showed signs of determination. Close friends said he was focused on protecting his family and legacy, even as the walls seemed to close in. "He's fighting harder than ever," one confidant said. "But this fight is bigger than anything he's faced before." Fans remain divided, caught between hope and fear, as they await the next developments. With the FBI's investigation continuing to unfold and new players entering the scene, the rap world braces for what could be a defining moment in Chicago's history. The next part will reveal the explosive confrontations that followed, the fallout within Durk's family, and the unexpected twists that no one saw coming. Stay locked in, because this saga is far from over. The pressure on Lil Durk and his circle had reached a breaking point by the time Part 4 of this unfolding saga began. The FBI's relentless pursuit had pushed everyone to the edge, and the consequences were no longer just legal. They had seeped deep into personal lives, fracturing relationships and igniting conflicts that fans never expected to see. The family was left divided. Trust was in short supply, and the weight of betrayal hung heavy in the air. What started as an investigation had turned into a full-blown storm that threatened to consume everyone involved. Inside Durk's inner circle, paranoia ran rampant. Whispers of informants and secret recordings created an atmosphere of suspicion that was suffocating. Longtime friends who had once stood by Durk now found themselves under scrutiny, their loyalty questioned in hushed conversations behind closed doors. One source close to the rapper revealed, "Nobody feels safe anymore. Every phone call, every meeting knits like you're playing a game where you don't know who's watching or listening." This unease wasn't just paranoia. It was a survival instinct in a world where one wrong move could mean the end. The emotional toll was visible in Durk's own behavior. Fans noticed a shift in his recent public appearances. He seemed more guarded, less willing to engage with the media or the public. His music, too, reflected the turmoil. Lyrics that once celebrated triumph and loyalty were now darker, filled with themes of betrayal, loss, and a desperate fight for survival. A line from one of his latest tracks hit hard. "They watch me close. Waiting for a slip, but I'm built different. Can't break what's real." Fans dissected every word, searching for hidden messages, reading between the lines as if trying to decode a secret cry for help. Family drama, which had been simmering in the background, came to a boiling point. Durk's relatives were caught in the crossfire, some advocating for cooperation with authorities to protect the family, others urging him to stand firm and fight the accusations. The emotional strain led to heated arguments, with one relative telling a close friend, "We're torn apart. It's like the people who should be closest are the ones causing the most pain." This rift within the family not only complicated the legal battles but also threatened to unravel the support system Durk desperately needed. One of the most shocking moments came from a leaked phone call between Durk and a trusted confidant. The conversation was raw, filled with anger and desperation. "How could you do this to me?" Durk's voice cracked as he confronted the friend about rumors that he had turned informant. The reply was evasive, but the damage was done. The trust that had once been rock solid was now shattered, leaving Durk isolated in a way few could have predicted. This leak sent shockwaves through the community, fueling speculation and deepening the divide between allies. Social media continued to play a massive role in the unfolding drama. Fans created entire threads dedicated to uncovering the truth, while others used platforms to voice support or condemnation. Hashtags like #StandWithDurk and #DurkExposed battled for dominance, turning comment sections into virtual battlegrounds. Influencers and smaller creators jumped into the conversation, some pushing conspiracy theories, others trying to keep the focus on the human cost of the investigation. The chaos online mirrored the chaos in real life, blurring the line between public spectacle and private pain. The music industry's response was cautious and calculated. While some artists publicly declared their loyalty to Durk, many behind the scenes were hesitant. Rumors circulated about canceled collaborations and postponed album releases, as executives weighed the risks of associating with someone under intense federal scrutiny. Insiders revealed that Durk's management was scrambling to secure deals and maintain his brand. But the legal cloud hanging over him made these efforts difficult. The industry's silence was loud, reflecting the high stakes and the fear of collateral damage. Then came an unexpected twist. A surprise ally stepped forward. A well-known rapper from another city, known for his outspoken nature, publicly offered support to Durk. In a heartfelt message, he condemned the federal crackdown and urged unity in the face of adversity. This show of solidarity was a breath of fresh air for Durk's camp and sparked renewed hope among fans. It also reignited debates about loyalty and the power of the rap community to stand together against outside forces. Despite all the chaos, Durk showed remarkable resilience. Friends and insiders noted that he was more determined than ever to clear his name and protect his legacy. "He's fighting with everything he's got," one close associate said. "This isn't just about music or fame anymore, it's about survival and proving who he really is." Durk's refusal to back down added another layer to the drama, setting the stage for even more intense battles ahead. The FBI's case, however, was far from over. Reports emerged of more arrests and investigations targeting individuals connected to Durk. Some insiders hinted that plea deals were on the table, with potential informants ready to testify. This looming threat kept the tension high and trust even lower, as everyone wondered who might break first. As the community absorbed these developments, local leaders and fans called for peace, urging that the focus should shift from violence and suspicion to healing and unity. These calls, while hopeful, faced an uphill battle against the backdrop of deep mistrust and ongoing legal pressure. Amid the turmoil, Durk's artistic output remained a powerful outlet. His latest music spoke directly to the pain and resilience he was experiencing, resonating with fans on a deeply personal level. The rawness of his lyrics served as a reminder of the human being behind the headlines, struggling to navigate a world where loyalty was scarce and danger lurked at every turn. As this chapter closes, many questions remain. Will Lil Durk withstand the legal storm and the personal betrayals? Can his family mend their fractured bonds? And how will this saga reshape the Chicago rap scene and its influence nationwide? The answers are still unfolding, promising more twists, heartbreaks, and moments of triumph. Stay tuned, because the story is far from finished. And the next revelations could change everything you thought you knew about Lil Durk, his world, and the powerful forces at play behind the scenes. This isn't just rap. Dramit's a high-stakes game where survival is the ultimate prize. Survival is the ultimate prize. Alright fam, that's the wild, intense, and heartbreaking story so far. The FBI closing in on Lil Durk after Lil Baby's shocking RICO arrest. The family drama tearing everyone apart, and the betrayals that no one saw coming. Emotions ran high, trust was shattered, and the whole rap community is watching with bated breath. Will Durk survive this storm, or is this the beginning of the end for one of Chicago's biggest names? We're all left wondering what's real, what's a setup, and who will be the last one standing when the dust settles. Now it's your turn. What do you think really went down behind closed doors? Do you believe Durk is being unfairly targeted, or is there more to the story than meets the eye? Drop your thoughts, theories, and hot takes in the comments below, because we want to hear every angle. Smash that like button if you're riding with Durk or just love some juicy rap drama. And don't forget to subscribe for non-stop updates on this saga and all the hottest stories in the rap world. Trust me, you won't want to miss what's coming next. TA's about to get even crazier. Stay tuned, stay safe, and keep it locked right here. Peace.